is the Craft Sports, who is trying to catch up on Nick, but there is also a gap of another 10 seconds. So actually the Craft Sports P3 car is 20 seconds almost behind the Raybrick car, which makes it so easy for Jensen right now to, you know, just be careful, don't get into any contact, or don't do too much craziness. Yeah. So, who did expect this race to be like this at lap 19? Talking about the SUGO track, we have kind of a demon which lives in SUGO. We say the Mamono of SUGO, which means kind of a, you know, evil creature, demon-ish thing. It's not an actual like figure or something, but there is always, like seriously, every year there is something happening. I must say the demon just did, you know, little evil thing, I guess, through letting it rain at that time on the grids. So I believe he is somewhere watching, and I hope he does not he just knocks. He just knocked the door, but he doesn't enter, actually. I hope that he will not enter today. So let's look at the ranking of the 300s right now. Hatsune Miku is on P2. Look at the Leon car. They overtook 10 positions. Incredible, amazing. So I guess it's a bit more fun to watch the 300s right now, I believe, because, you know, the 500s, Jensen is just running away with a gap of 9 seconds still. The 300s, they have quite a mix in the sequence right now. A lot of overtakes still, and I think there are still some machines on slick tires. Is that possible? Well, oh, there's another drive-through penalty for the 19 car, the Wet Sports. They have not been lucky this year. The Wet Sports, they did change the tires while they were fueling. That is not allowed in Super GT. You should have known that. Drive-through penalty for them. So let's get back to the race. That's the fight for P9, actually. So the AU Tom's LC500, who started on P3 and had a penalty stop of 10 seconds due to engine change, is on fire right now. World champion Kazuki Nakajima is on fire right now. He needs to push as hard as he can. They are looking forward for the Motegi round, that's what they said. However, they did not drop this race yet. In SUGO, anything can happen, so. That was a very nice overtaking with, oh my god, how many cars are there? Well, 300s, but beautiful, beautiful. That's the director and engineer. Very happy. Great job, Kazuki-san. That's the 19 car with the drive-through penalty. So remember not to change tires while fueling, or not to fuel while changing tires, either way. Remember that. So, looking good for Jensen. You see that they have a weight handicap of 29 kilograms. Well, 29 kilograms, if you imagine that. It sounds kind of heavy, but for these machines, when I asked PART4, if it's not more than 30 kilograms, then it actually doesn't affect much. That's what they said. However, on this SUGO track, there is the final corner, which goes into the home straight, which is very, very uphill, 10% uphill. So sometimes if machines are too heavy, it might affect them there. So this is the Subaru BRZ R&D Sports Yamauchi. He started from pole position and is on P19 now. I am so sorry for them. They did have a beautiful pole to win last year, but unfortunately this year they misdecided on the tires at the beginning. But still, very quick, I believe. They are very constant on the wets, I believe. So I hope that they will catch up as soon as possible. There's the fight for P8. Good to have James Roster back. James could not drive back in Autopolis due to some medical issues with his ears, apparently. But good to hear that you're better, and welcome back. This is a fight between them. Oh, and Nakajima did overtake from the inside. As far as I can remember, they used to be teammates. Were they? They were former teammates, but Roster decided to change the manufacturer to Nissan this year, so he's not the Lexus driver anymore. But that was a battle of two former teammates. And Nakajima won it. Let's look at the time of the 36 car. They were... yeah, they did have a penalty stop and dropped a lot, but super constant right now. Very impressive. World champion Nakajima. So if you see at if you see on the tracks, it's really narrow at a lot of places. So it's very difficult for the 500s to weave through the 300s. Not much space for them, but well, which could sometimes result in a good usage of the 300s, to use them to overtake someone or to use them to, you know, leave someone behind. There is Hirakawa from the 37 car getting ready already. That is quite fast. We are only at lap 25. The regulation of Super GT says that one driver needs to drive more than 1/3. So you are not allowed to pit in before you clear 1/3. And maximum you can drive is obviously 2/3. So well, that if they are going to pit in, this would be a very, very fast, early pit stop for them. Well, talking about the 37 car, since they're showing it very much, they have been super constant this season. Very, very. They were on every race. They were above P5 or something. Always constant. Always getting points. So they are in the championship ranking on P2, and it turns out that Nick is pushing super hard because the gap to the leader, which is Jensen in the #1 car, Raybrick, the gap is only 5 seconds. 5 seconds. It used to be 10 and already 5. So Nick is catching up on Jensen. The 37 card, they were champions back in 2017, which was actually the youngest combination. Super young drivers, both of them. Both born in 1994. So they're like 25 now. Still young, very young drivers with a big future ahead. And I mean, they're both driving in Super Formula as well. So very constant, very good drivers. Let's get back to the 300s. This is for P2. Two Mercedes battling for P2. So this is good to see. Very interesting to have two Mercedeses battling for P2. So Hatsune Miku is on P2 right now, and Leon Pyramid AMG P3 with Togo Suganami. It's his second race racing in the Super GT series, and he has not been lucky with the weather. It's his second time on the wet conditions. Let me tell you something about Suganami Togo. He was the very first FIA F4 challenge driver. So there's this program of the F4 series where they audition one driver who gets to drive in the F4, the Japanese F4 championship. And it's actually his third season this season, and he is doing a double header. He is also racing in the support race, which happens before the Super GT race. So he had quite a busy week this weekend. Oh, already in the pits. That is very early. Nick already out of the machine, and now it's Ryo Hirakawa on the steering wheel. I wonder what their strategy is, what kind of tires they're wearing. Obviously wet, but yeah. Already back on track after one pit stop. So Ryo Hirakawa is going to have a long stint. Ganbatte kudasai. So back to the 300s. This is still the fight for P2. Togo Suganami, getting back to him. So he did a race yesterday. He did one this morning. Very busy schedule. And talking to him, he said he is not really used to the GT cars. This is his second time to race in a GT car, so he needs some time to get into rhythm and just to be able to drive the car as fast as he could. So he's learning, that's what he said.